Hello everyone, my name is Steve Samuel from Design Visionaries, and today's post is about the Wave PMI linker. So as you can see here, I have a model with a lot of PMI on there. I have a note, here's the material, unobtainium. I've got the plane A, I've got plane B, I have the width dimension of 4 inches, and a bunch of other stuff. And what I want to do is create another model that will represent the model that I start with before I machine out this cavity. So in order to proceed, I'm going to do some tricky things. I'm going to go to the interface, product interface, and I'm going to create an interface out of this whole body. I'm going to represent it or change the properties and call it the machined model. The machined model. There we go. And say OK. So I've created a product interface. Next, I'm going to do a brand new model called the blank. The blank. And I'll say OK. The very next thing I do is I wave interface linker from the test model, that machined model. So the machined model comes into the test model, and it is of course parametrically linked because it's product interface. Should I change anything on the test model, then the blank changes. But what I want to do is represent this model before it's machined, and so I'm going to do a quick little replace face here and say that this is what the model looks like before I machine out the cavity, so to speak. And what I need now is to place the PMI from the test model to the blank. And in order to do that, I say home, more, Wave PMI linker. Wave PMI linker. I go and navigate to the test model. I select the view. I have a view called all PMI. And now I can start grabbing the different PMIs that I want to go from the test model to the blank. So here's the dimensions that I care about. I've got a diameter here, I've got a length here, and when I say OK, all of those PMIs come in to the blank model. Now when I select the different PMIs, it also brings in the faces, the faces that are linked to it. So I can say Control W and just hide the sheet bodies or move them to a different layer or something like that. And so now I have a model of the blank before it's machined, and I also have the model after it's machined. So this is really nice. It's similar to when you use staged models. If you don't have a license for staged models, you can do it this way, or if you just don't know how to use staged models. But this is a really nice technique because it enables you to link the geometry or link the PMIs that you put on geometry to the geometry. So now the power of this is if I change the test model, the original model, I'm going to make it longer and do that, then everything updates, of course, with the PMI on the test model. But if I go to the blank model, then everything changes. As you can see, the 6 is now, the 4 is now 6. And so that's very, very powerful because basically what we're doing is we're representing different machining operations with one model. So we're representing the final part and we're representing the blank that the part is cut from. So it's a very, very powerful technique. Not a lot of people know about it. And my name is Steve Samuel from Design Visionaries. Please help us out if you can. Like and subscribe to this channel. And hopefully I'll see you on the next post. Thank you very much.